Mr. Bradshaw at add-some-to-your-income.com here to talk about and answer the question, what can I do to make extra income? I'm going to look at the 3 different types of income, ask questions about how you would increase each type of income, and then get into some advice towards the end that you're probably not expecting. Advice on how to live your life so that more money comes to you. Let's dive in. This question of what can I do to make extra income is very close to the question that I've often asked and said, and I asked my principal, what more can I do to make more money? From that question and in my study about how to make more money, I was able to organize the types of income into 3 different types. That is labor income, passive income, and gift income. So labor income is when you're working now and you get paid right away. While passive income is when you work today and you're not paid until harvest. Then gift income means that someone else worked yesterday. Well, how do we increase labor income? How do you get it so that you are making more money without putting in, maybe you do put in more hours, okay? Maybe you work that overtime or take on a second job. And yet, we get to a point where our time is maxed out. There are 24 hours in a day. Unless it's daylight savings and then you have 23. Or that one day of the year when you have 25. Regardless, we all have the same amount of time during a day. So you get to a point where you start to realize, I really ought to start working on my passive income. What can I do that's work that will pay out later? I'll work today. I'll clear the ground. I'll plant the seeds. I will weed those growing plants. I will make sure they get watered, make sure they get the right amount of sunlight, and then harvest when it's time for harvest and take that to the market. This is a process in which you should ask yourself, what are you committed to? That plot of land is going to need taken care of. It's not just do something and then you're going to get the money on the other end. It's going to be that you do something and you work and you work and you work, and you eventually get money on the other end. Now, someone else worked to make money, and they have money, and it becomes a gift to you. You can ask yourself, in what ways can I increase my gift income? All of this, I've been saying, ask questions. I was reading an article about how, particularly in American culture, we ask questions expecting an answer. So one question, one answer. One question, one answer. One question, one answer. And we do this. We're like, who won the game last night? We get the answer. Siri, how old are you? We get the answer. Siri, when's your birthday? We get the answer. Siri, do you have a boyfriend? Right? And this one question, one answer, in the article, it was stating, what if we asked lots of questions, then prioritize the questions and answer the questions that are most important, so that it's no longer a question and an answer, a question and answer. How do I make more money? Well, here's a way, and you go do that. Instead, it becomes this journey of, how do I make more money? Why do I want to make more money? What is it that more money is going to bring to me? What is it that really matters to me that I want that money to cause in my life? And it really is it the money, or is there something else I can do that will fill? Is this just an itch? Why is it that we use money? What is it about money and how much you make and your net worth and why is it so important about the whole money thing? Is it important? How important is it? Must I live my life only based on money? And as you start to ask these questions, and okay, what are my skills? What do I have to bring to the market? What have I already done that I've created, that I put in the time, and it's now time to harvest it, take it to market, and sell it? All these questions, which one should I answer? Well, I'm going to say that the one to answer is learn more about your subject. And that was not even specifically one of my questions. And yet, I will say, if you'd like to increase your income under the assumption that you don't know everything about your job, I will say, read a book a week for an entire year. Yeah, an entire year. Commit to it. And you will find that you will gain some knowledge that you didn't even have before. And feel free to have it be to focus on the income. I've read well beyond 52 books about income and finances. As I've gone to prepare to speak about money, I've realized I must not focus on money. Don't focus on money. Whew. Whoa, wait. Okay. I'm Mr. Bradshaw at AddSomeToYourIncome.com over here. By the way, feel free to subscribe below right now. If you're just enjoying this moment, I'm just going to ramble for a minute anyway. No new slide, no new information, but feel free to subscribe. What am I saying? Don't focus on money. Well, okay, here's the thing. Maybe having more money isn't going to fulfill what you're needing. And the not feeling fulfilled is actually the problem. And that you're not giving the world your true self by focusing on money. I was reading about a study, this was this morning reading, by the way, in a book that I'm reading. I was reading about a study where they focused on the money, and they wanted to see how the money changed the behavior of the individuals in the study. What they did is they put people into a room to have a two-way mirror where they could watch, and they said, we would like you to create as many designs with these, I think it was blocks, designs with these blocks as you can. And so on that first day, they're working, and they weren't keeping track of how many they actually created. That wasn't what they were looking at. No, what they watched was when the person who was there niching how many they had done left the room for a break, they watched through the two-way mirror to see how many minutes the people continued to play with the objects before they got distracted with something else like their phone. Okay, so they wanted to see how many minutes on their own will they tinker with these shapes and create new ones. And they kept track of how many minutes, and that wasn't the end of the study. The next day, day 2, for half of the group, they say, we're going to pay you, it was like $1 for every design. The other half, they mentioned nothing about money. They said just same as yesterday, and let them work. Play, really, actually. Again, the observer takes a break, and this is the moment where they track how many minutes. And guess what? You can guess it. The people that were told that they would be paid $1 for each idea worked more minutes than the day before. Aha! So, money motivates. We are motivated by money. That wasn't the end of the study, and I'm glad, and that's why I like this particular study. The third day, they told the people who had been receiving money the day before, the money's gone, no more money. We'd still like you to create as many ideas as you can. You can guess it, and they verified it when the person took the break. That group of people spent less time than the day before, and even less time than the day before that, because they'd gotten money the day too. And now they're not getting money, so they're like, oh, this is a jip, Like I was getting paid to create ideas, and now I'm not getting paid to create ideas. Oh, so sad actually, because the individuals in the group that had never been paid on the third day spent a lot of time. And they were feeling the fun. They were enjoying it. It was like a game, it was a challenge. So careful if you're going to focus on money. It's not supposed to be the focus. You should be giving the world your chi. So yesterday we watched the new Disney Mulan movie, and she was told when young to hide her chi because she was a girl. And then when she went off to the war, and I'm not trying not to give too much away, but most of us know the story of Mulan. When she went off to war, one day she accidentally let out her chi, and everyone was like, "Whoa, what was that?" And she realized she actually did need to stop hiding her chi. You want to make some extra money? Play. Get out there, you guys. Create, compose. In music, it's called noodling. Tinker, build things, capture all of those little creations, and then share them with the world. I hope you get to the point that you realize it's not about making a lot of money. It is about how can you bring to the world things that solves people's problems, solves their itches, scratches their itches for them, and you will make extra income. And I look forward to seeing you on the other side.